Here's the Prophet, guarded by Nelson. Lets it go from 14. Sinks it. And the shot from the Prophet. The Prophet's got 7 points in the game. Mavericks trailed by 6. Nelson dishes to Ellis. Goes up the baseline, and he gets it to go.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
Here's the Prophet. He had 25 points in the win against Memphis. Passes it to Howard. Here's the Prophet, guarded by Nelson. Offensive rebound. Here's Harden. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Harden's got his first basket of the night.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
The pass to Brady. Howard against Hayward. From deep, Ellis. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Covington. Howard, the pass to the Prophet. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 9 points for the Prophet.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Nelson. Kicks it out to Ellis. For the 3. Again, the miss by Ellis. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to Phoenix.
Well, they heaved up a lot of ill-advised three-pointers in that loss. Guys, they were way too trigger-happy from downtown.
Yeah, and that's not the area on the court where you want to be forcing shots from. Heck, you were a great three-point shooter, and you know that, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, it comes and goes, but you can't just rely on that when things aren't going your way.
Hayward can't hit. Rockets leading by 8. Pass to the Prophet. Puts it up. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Nelson outside. Passes it to Brady. Screen by Ellis. Hayward kicks to Chandler. 5 on the clock. And Hayward gets it to go. Hayward's got his first 2 points.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
The Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's the Prophet. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, this is a kind of a mediocre free throw shooting team. They're sitting there at about 73% as a unit.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Both teams will make substitutions.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Mavericks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. The first one falls for him. And Harris drops them both. Rockets leading by 8. Fires from 18. The shot's good from the Prophet. The Prophet's got 15.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Ariza outside for the 3. Got it to go with no time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping up at a big moment. That is some...
So as we end the...
This Saturday.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
And I thought they built this lead mainly because of their work on the glass. They really dominated the rebounding totals.
And it takes an effort from all 5 guys to get a rebounding advantage like that. Everybody has to rebound the ball. That's how you finish off your defense.
The Prophet in at point guard. Green is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Mayo. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, the Prophet in their last game against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He finished with 25 points, but also came away with 5 big rebounds. A game like this just illustrates the success this team has enjoyed this season. What a special year, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by Steve Hitt's standards.
Well, those are pretty high standards ordinarily. We'll see how much it carries over. It's not a performance that will be easy to repeat.
But you like to have that in your arsenal and on your resume so you can call on it the next time you get out on the court. So I think it'll serve him better than it won't.
Outside, Scott. Out to Harris. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time the net was in Dallas where they beat the Mavericks.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
There's Green with the three, and he gets it to go. Green's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Rockets. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
1:11 left to play here in the second quarter. Now here is Harris. D right on him. The feed to Hayward. Top of the key, Harris. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Brady.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And it's Ellis penetrating. Pass to Harris. Here's Brady. And the three off target. Rockets leading by 10. Through Grinitz. Some solid defense from Harris.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Ellis. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. There's the pass to the Prophet. With 4 seconds on the clock, the shot no good. And so that brings the...
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing.
Quarter about ready to get underway. You look at the Prophet in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Oh, with that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pot.
Here's who Rick Carlisle starting the second half with. They've got Nelson. He's out there with Ellis. Chandler out there with Hayward. And it's Brady in at the 4 spot. Jones can't get it to go.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Hayward kicks to Ellis. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Got it. Nice one there from the Prophet. The Prophet's got 20 points.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Nelson outside. Chandler with a screen for Nelson. Chandler with the screen on Harden. Shot clock at 6. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Monte Ellis.
And now a look at Jameer Nelson. Some of the numbers on him. A breakdown since the All-Star break. He's around 6 points per game. 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And those are tremendous assist totals. You don't even need the numbers, really, to see just how confident he is with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's really accurate, Steve. I mean, he is loving playing the quarterback for them.
Use that pick to get in close. And And the Rockets lead by 13.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done. Looking at the Mavericks over the last 10 games, Kevin, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. 5th in rebound, 5th in blocks. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And you put all those things together, and that makes this a very tough team. And what really jumps out at me is the rebounds, Clark. And this is a team that controls the paint. If you're going to miss a shot, the ball seems to be theirs almost every time. That allows their transition game to get going. And then at the offensive end, they'll pound you on the offensive glass as well.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Houston leading by 10. The dish to Jones. And the shot is good. Jones has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
Nelson with it. 7 points in the game. He feeds it to Ellis. Here's Hayward. Second chance shot, and Chandler lays it in. Chandler's got his second basket of the night.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
The Prophet passes to Jones. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. The Rockets #1.
They just don't let you score. I mean, this is a club that clamps down on you defensively. They play hard, and they really compete every possession.
Mavericks trail by 12. Here's the screen. Pass to Hansen. Nelson dishes to Scott. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Scott's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Dallas. From deep. No good from the Prophet. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. It's stolen by Green. Here's the Prophet. 22 points for him, and it's blocked. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Scott kicks to Nelson. Feeds it to Booker. Here's the 3. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Scott.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Howard with a screen on Nelson. Here's the Prophet, and he banks in the layup. The Prophet's got 9 points in the quarter.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Nelson, the pass to Scott. Ellis outside. Scott kicks to Ellis. Off target from outside.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out west. You look at the Rockets, they're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out Dallas, they just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
You know, checking out the Rockets, they've continued their breakout season. I mean, they've showed tremendous promise thus far, and I'm looking for big things from this team.
Yeah, Clark, as the postseason approaches, there's plenty of optimism, but as you know, the playoffs are a whole different animal. We'll see if they can continue that momentum.
The Rockets making a switch here. Mayo's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Devin Harris has checked in for Jameer Nelson. Here's... what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a...
Bringing down the house! It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.